I'm Joe Amosmeyer. I own Toronto Apothecary here in Toronto, Ohio. We're on the eastern side of Ohio, probably about 45 minutes west of Pittsburgh. Basically, I mean, there's certain ways that we keep track of medications when we dispense them, and obviously these girls, they know it because they help us do it or they assist us in keeping it up, and they know how to kind of cheat the system, and it's just you pick up on little subtleties. And when I worked for chain drug stores, they would show you what to watch for, but that and their personality, you could almost tell their personality changing at the time. You know what I mean? And people just other people that have been with me for a long time would come in and their work ethic would be different and their attitude, and they'd be real jumpy and funny about the way they worked. So luckily we caught them pretty quick. They didn't get a whole lot of the stuff, and I turned around as soon as I found out about it. I mean, you don't want to accuse somebody wrongly of doing something, but as soon as we found out about it, we let them go. Now, in retrospect, we probably, after talking to the state board inspector, they would like to get them. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they would want me to say that or not, but they would rather let it go on and catch them and put them in jail instead of just me letting them go and writing it off.
How did you discover that saving?
In the one case, the first case, the girl took Opana, and we only had one person on it. So the amount that we ordered versus the amount we were dispensing was obvious to see. It just wasn't there. So either we misplaced it, which happens. I got 4,000 drugs sitting on the shelf out there, and the narcs go in one spot and the Schedule 6 is going another, et cetera, et cetera. Or who knows, maybe you misplace it. So we spend the first week and a half trying to figure out where it went. Like maybe we accounted for it and it never came in, which is not the case, but who knows? You make mistakes. But after we just couldn't find it, then it was fairly obvious. It's just still, you don't want to think that anybody that you put your trust in them. You have to a certain extent, because they could take anything out there, stick it in their pocket. They could take penicillin home to their husband if they wanted to. You just hope that they don't. And keep an eye on them, but you can't keep an eye on 8 people at once. Take it personal for about 10 minutes. Like, how could they do it to you? Because you trusted them? But no, it's just, it happens to every pharmacy. We're in a buying group down here of about 20 different independents, and when you talk to people, you see it happening all over the place. But see, then this goes back to that whole thing, and I don't want to categorize, but people are crazy about these pills. Everybody that gets them, everybody's counting every single one of them, and they treat them like they're gold. You know what I mean? And I understand. I've had pain. You can't appreciate pain until you have it. And there's tools out there to fix it, and these are the tools. And unfortunately, it's addictive. So I don't want to criticize. I don't want this to come across like when I say they treat them like gold. Some people can't function without them, right? But some people, it's addiction. And I think there's a lot.